getting ready for Bethune-Cookman. Just finished our second practice of the week, and clearly I think the kids understand we have a 10-win team coming in here. We have an aggressive team coming in here on both sides of the ball, a team that's aggressive and physical on special teams, and obviously a team that knows how to win. So it's going to be an excellent test for our guys. Obviously, a very different group on defense, very pressure-oriented, constantly putting pressure both in the run game and the pass game. A lot of blitzes, a lot of different looks that we have to get ready to defend. On offense, some more spread or read option. Quarterback that gets the ball out quickly. Excellent running back in Scott, and go-to guy in Poole on the perimeter. So clearly, our guys are trying to get focused on that. So with that, I'll open up for any questions that you have.
Hey, Al, is there any encouragement when you look at these games? And obviously, there's so many things that you're seeing that you want to correct and need to correct, but really, they've been very close games, the two that you lost, and this very easily, with a couple more plays, with all the problems, could still be a 3-0 football.
Yeah, I think our kids know that. I think they know the things that we've done better, but certainly the things that we did, incorrectly, or things that we have not fixed yet, are what's holding us back. Again, a game like that comes down to one play. Generally, it's not the final play. Just because it comes down to one play doesn't mean it's the final play. It could have easily been, us jumping off sides in the first series of the game. That could be the difference in the game. Letting them out on 1st and 27, that could be the difference in the game. I can go on and on, but those are the types of things that we have to improve. But certainly, we've had as much adversity. Again, we're talking, we had lost 14 guys at NFL camps, had a bunch of suspensions, lost 3 starters, in Blake and CP and Chantrell, and with all that said and done, we had a chance to win all 3 games. So this team presents another set of circumstances and issues, and hopefully our kids will get back to reinvesting, because it's going to take everything.
Al, your familiarity with Rob Spence, what
Yeah.
sort of edge is that this week?
I don't know if there's an edge. I think that I have a lot of respect for Rob. I think clearly, when they're here's what he does better than anybody. He's great at getting the ball to the quarterback's hand in 3-step, and also his screen game is excellent. So if you combine that with the read option that they'll run from the shotgun, those are 3 areas right there that we have to control. So Robinson does a great job at quarterback. I told you that. Excellent backs. Poole's a go-to guy. Francois, I think, is the other kid's name. He's doing a good job from him at wideout. So again, they presented a couple of things on offense that we have to be prepared for: the read option game, the screen game, and the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Those are the 3 things, and then there's a little other element of belly option in there that we have to work on. But there's 3 things there, and they have had 9 days to prepare. So all 3 phases have to be ready for more stuff than we've seen on film from them.
I know it's a personnel thing and all, but was he under consideration at all when you came?
I don't want to get into that. But all I would say is the entire staff was under consideration. It was just a function of how I had to put this staff together, being in another geographical location.
You mentioned Bethune-Cookman being a team that knows how to win. Considering the way that your 2 losses have gone, do you see that become a concern for you, that your team?
Well, I think anytime we're playing teams that know how to win. I mean, we're starting off playing teams that have won 38 games a year ago. The first 3 are 3 bowl teams that won 28 games. So we're not in preseason. We jumped right into it. ACC game away, and then 2 bowl teams. So again, I think when we played well against Ohio State, we won. And we didn't play a full game against Kansas State. And as I said before, the Maryland game, I'm letting go. I'm just letting it go. It was just too many things to overcome, or we had too many problems that we were trying to fix. But Kansas State, we did not play a full game, and we're not good enough to do that right now.
Your
Corey was far better in the second half than he was in the first, making a lot of downfield throws. Was that something that you told him to do at halftime, or was it just something that the way that the defense presented itself that opened
Well,
it up for it?
I think it presented itself, but, you know, clearly he played well. Again, right now, you know, he's close to 70% completion. He's over 50% on third down. He's doing excellent in the red zone. He hasn't taken a sack yet. Again, I always hear what he's not doing, but let's talk about what he is doing for us. And he's getting us in the right, you know, run checks. Certainly did that on Lamar's long run. So again, three things that I looked at that I thought he did better in the game is he scrambled and threw one to Dorsett that led to a touchdown. He scrambled and threw one out of bounds, and he scrambled and actually, you know, ran the ball. So those are all good signs, and he was much more aggressive in the second half. And I think he's, again, we're on different levels. You know, we have, you know, like Chantrell, this is going to be his first game. You know, Corey's now played 2 games. You know, you know, we need the continuity. We need everybody to really focus in and improve together. And Corey's no different. That was his second game under this system.
Coach, you started the year with some quarterbacks that didn't have a lot of starts under their belt. How would you grade their performance so far this season?
We did what now?
The cornerbacks.
Corners.
Yeah.
Actually, that's been an area that I've been pleased with so far. And again, they're good challenged this week. Francois, Poole, and the kid Stroud. I mean, all those guys are long receivers and do a nice job. So, and again, Robbie does a great job of getting the quarterback, getting the ball out quickly. So, 3-step, you know, take the free access throws when you can and get the ball out. So we'll be challenged, but certainly Lee and Mike have been doing a good job on the one side, combining on the one side, and on the other side, Brandon is really doing a good job maturing and growing up. So hopefully that will continue. And while that's continuing, Finney will come along, you know, and then some of the other guys, and then certainly Joe can give us some of that too as we get our depth back at safety.
Talk about the impact you expect with Chantrell's return on the line.
Well, again, I think this is probably the healthiest we've been on the offensive line. Bunch looks like he was able to practice today, so Bunch looks like he's probable for the game. So, you know, Bunch, who didn't play last week, Chantrell didn't play. You know, for a while there, you know, D-Wash was out of the game. So it didn't look as good as it needs to look, and certainly having those guys back, not just Chantrell, but Chantrell and Bunch, we're going to have, you know, the best configuration that we've had since training camp began. So, and we're going to need it. Again, this is an operation with a lot of different pressures and more time than we've had to work against them. They have 9 days, so we're going to expect to see a lot of different things.
Al, can you talk about the wide receiver play? It seems like the first 3 games they haven't dropped any passes. I mean, it seems like it's been pretty good.
Yeah, I hope they don't drop any passes. Again, I mean, that's what they get. They get scholarships, you know, to run and catch the ball. I mean, that's basically what they do. And we've had some good blocks from them downfield too. So we're a little bit unselfish there. So, you know, again, you know, Street is a guy who's really developed. You know, he's coming along. He's catching the ball better in his hands. You know, and also his work ethic is better. He's in better conditioning. So I hope that will continue. You know, Travis had a big game last week. We got to continue to get him the ball. Allen's done nicely and has been really steady. We know we got to get Laurent and Phillip and Rayshawn involved. Rayshawn and Phillip are playing more. So, you know, again, we're still playing a lot of young guys, a lot of different spots, and we're playing guys who haven't had a lot of different starts. So, but so far so good with the wideouts. They just got to continue to improve.
Coach, how would you grade your defensive line in the run game? How they're doing with that?
Well, I think the run game in general, we have to do a better job. I mean, as a team, we have to do a better job with our force, with our pursuit, our linebacker, our tackling. Our linebacker fills our tackling, but our D-line too. You know, the biggest thing right now is we have to, you know, get rid of bad habits, and we got to play the system, and don't create any holes in there, and don't revert back, and don't freelance. You know, so again, that's going to be an ongoing battle there. Again, we're playing some guys there that haven't played a lot, and we haven't had continuity there as well.
Excuse me. There's conditioning and then there's game shape. with Chantrell having had the surgery and not having played this year, what do you expect out of him?
20 plays.
About 20
Yeah,
plays?
about 20. Yeah, we'll see how he handles it, but I think he's ready for 20. He looks like he's ready. Again, he's been conditioning an awful lot, you know, because he hasn't been able to be physical. Yes, sir.
Sorry, the tight end play, Coach, would you like him to get more involved in the passing game?
Yeah, I mean, I say it every game, you know, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but yeah, we need to get more involved. And, you know, Chase caught a big play. I'd like to get Clyde more involved, certainly. So, yeah, absolutely.
Will Eduardo get more involved this week?
Yeah, I think, you know, I think last week was his best week of practice, so I think he's doing really well. He's very tough. He's a physical player. He's very smart in terms of his blitz pickup, so he's trustworthy. So again, I do anticipate him getting more involved. And you know, Higgins and Calhoun have been real steady for us. Higgins has done a nice job catching it out of the backfield.
Al, there's kind of a trend around the ACC now where the head coaches are getting more involved. It seems like not just Jimbo, but a lot of guys in calling offensive plays. How much do you leave Jed to his own devices there, or are there times when you jump in?
Well, no, those times always, but I think the biggest thing is to not disrupt during the game. You know what I mean? And in other words, we all see it one way. I'd rather ask the questions during the week and say, what are we thinking here? What would you like to do in the red zone? If we get this situation, what would you rather do? So, again, I trust Jed. If there's something that I want to see, we talk about it, and we're constant in communication throughout the game. So, again, we're more cooperative in that sense there.
You obviously weren't here last year for the USF game, but when you look back at the last 5 games this team has played, fourth quarter, they've either had the lead or been right there on the verge of winning, haven't done it, versus Maryland, versus Kent State. Any common thread that you can find in what happens late in the game?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, again, this is a different team, and as I said, it's certainly a different set of circumstances, an extraordinary set of circumstances that we've been faced with here, dealing with. So, again, I can't really go back to last year, but you know, for us, you know, we had a chance to win. We just got to execute down there better. Again, you can go back and kick yourself a lot over, you know, replay it in your mind. But you know, we had a tight end open on first down, and we didn't hit him. And second down, we got down there real close, and then we lost yards on third down. You know, which put us on a perimeter run pass choice play, and we didn't get in. Bottom line, no excuses. We got to execute better. I can't speak for last year, as I said, and you know, clearly we didn't execute in a 2-minute against Maryland. So,
Al, with Lamar Miller possibly not being 100%, is Mike James the kind of guy that could carry the load for you if
sure.
need be?
Yeah, Mike can, and as I said, I think Eduardo's getting closer. So, you know, those are we're getting those guys ready, and we're getting, you know, Maurice is taking a lot of one-back too. He's been doing that all year. So, Mo's a big physical one-back runner too. So, we'll have. Again, we'll see how it shakes out during the week. They're all practicing right now, and we'll go from there.
Has Lamar practiced fully?
He's practiced. We're not hitting him right now. Same thing with Mike. We're not hitting either of those two guys right now.
How do you feel about the way Mike's, you know, it's been up and down a little bit for Mike? You worry about any loss of confidence or anything?
Oh, I mean, again, you know, Mike's just got to keep playing like Michael James. You know, he can't worry about anybody else, and he's got to do what he does, and I think he understands Lamar's a different back or a different style than he is. He's just got to do what we ask him to do, and hopefully he's just going to continue to be who he is, because we value that here. You know, we value what he brings: a physical runner, a one-cut runner, you know, a guy who's great in protection, and he's an excellent leader. So we got to make sure that he keeps his confidence and moves forward.
Coach, there was a point in the third quarter where the defense was flying around, a lot of plays in the backfield, a lot of tackles were lost. Spence drove the guy back. How do you harness that energy and just get him to play like that?
That's it.
Whole time.
You said it. We did it in the Ohio State game, and you know, we did it for periods in this game. But that's it. I mean, if you have to say what's the one thing that you would like to fix on our team right now, it would be consistency. And not just consistency, but consistency of approach. You know, do we, regardless of where we play, who we play, what time of day it is, that we are the same team, and each player in the room is the same guy each and every day.